Rodrigo, save me, save me.
No, Amy, no, you're as stiff as a poker. Remember, you are crying out to be rescued by your one true love. Try again.
I can't help it. I never saw anyone faint, and I don't wish to make myself all black and blue, tumbling as you do. If I can go down, I'll drop. If I can't, I'll fall into a chair and be graceful. I don't care if Hugo does come at me with a pistol.
I don't mean to act much after this. I'm getting too old for such things.
Oh, Meg, you won't stop. I know, as long as you can trail around in a white gown with your hair down. Now, Amy, do it this way. Rodrigo! Rodrigo, save me! Save me! Oh!
Rodrigo, save me, yo!
Oh. It's no use.
But what about our Christmas play for Marmee?
It hardly matters. Christmas won't be Christmas without any presents.
It's dreadful to be poor.
It's not fair that some girls have plenty of pretty things and other girls nothing at all.
We have father and mother and each other.
We haven't got father, and we won't have him for a long time.
The reason we aren't having any presents this Christmas is because it's going to be a hard winter on all of us, and our men are suffering in the army. We ought to do our part gladly, but I'm afraid I don't. And being a governess to those awful spoiled king children is the worst work a girl can do.
Not so bad as playing nurse to Aunt Josephine. The fussy old woman keeps me trotting. She's never satisfied and worries me till I'm ready to fly out the window or cry.
You don't have to go to school with impertinent girls who plague you if you don't know your lessons, and laugh at your dresses, and label your father if he isn't rich, and criticize your nose if it isn't nice.
If you mean libel, I'd say so, and not talk about labels as if Papa were a pickle bottle.
I know what I mean, and you needn't be satirical about it. It's proper to use good words and improve your vocabulary.
Don't you wish we had the money Papa lost when we were little, Joe? Dear me, how happy and good we'd be if we had no worries.
Yes, but we still have fun. I'd say we're a pretty jolly set.
Joe, you use such slang words. Don't, Joe, it's so boyish.
That's why I do it.
I detest rude, unladylike girls.
I hate affected niminy-piminy prigs.
Really, girls, Josephine, you are old enough to leave off boyish tricks and behave. You should remember that you are a young lady.
I'm not. I hate to think that I've got to grow up and be Miss March and wear long gowns and be prim. It's worse than ever now, for I'm dying to go and fight with Papa, and I can only stay home and knit like a poky old woman.
Joe, it's wrong to say such things. It isn't natural for a girl.
God made all kinds of girls, Amy. You like to paint and I play piano. Joe likes to be tough and play outdoors. She's still a girl, as natural as you or I.
It's just that I want to be strong, to be great, to write a masterpiece, to make my mark on the world.
I'm sure you will, Joe. As for you, Amy, you are altogether too particular and prim. You act like an affected little goose, and your absurd words are as bad as Joe's slang.
If Amy's a goose and Joe's a tomboy, what am I, please?
You're a dear and nothing else. Who's that passing the gate? Is Marmee home?
No, it's old Mr. Lawrence from next door and his grandson.
Now there's a mystery. I wonder what that boy is like. What's his name? He stays locked up in the house and never comes out. I wonder he doesn't skate or sled or do anything fun. Just sits in his window and reads.
Joe, you haven't been looking up into windows, have you?
Once or twice. I spoke to him once, but his grandfather called for him and he hurried away.
Old Mr. Lawrence frightens me.
They say he lived as a hermit till his grandson came. He chased everyone away. A regular Eden Geezer Scrooge.
Ebenezer. Glad to find you so merry, girls. Oh. Well, dearies, how did you get on today? Well, we were so busy getting the bundles ready to go to the soldiers that I didn't come home for dinner. Did anyone call, Beth? How's your cold, Meg? Joe, you look tired to death. Come and kiss me, baby, for I have a treat for you.
A letter!
A letter! Cheers for Father!
Yes, a nice long letter. He is well, and thinks he shall get through the winter better than we feared. He sends loving wishes for Christmas and a special message for you girls.
Father is splendid to go as chaplain.
Don't I wish I could go be near him and help him?
When will he come home, Marmee?
Not for many months, dear. And we wouldn't wish him back a minute sooner than he can be spared. Give them all of my dear love and a kiss. Tell them I think of them by day, pray for them by night. I know they will remember to do their duty faithfully, so that when I come back to them, I may be fonder and prouder than ever of my little women.
I'm a selfish girl.
I won't think so much of my looks, if I can help it.
I'll try and be a little woman and not be rough and wild and not wish I was somewhere else.
Do you remember how we used to play Pilgrim's Progress when you were little? You used to love to have my piece bags tied to your backs for burdens and to travel through the house from the cellar, which was the city of destruction, up to the housetop, where you had all the lovely things you could collect to make a celestial city.
That was fun, going by the lions, fighting Apollyon, and passing through the valley where the hobgoblins were.
I liked the place where the burdens fell off and tumbled down the stairs.
If I wasn't too old for such things, I'd like to play it over again.
We are playing it all the time, in one way or another. Our burdens are here, and our road is before us.
We were in the Slough of Despond tonight, and Mother pulled us out like Help did in the book. But in Pilgrim's Progress, Christian has a little roll of directions.
Look on the mantel in the morning and you will find your guidebook. But here, let's put these things away. Aunt March will be here soon.
Oh no, is that old sourpuss coming?
Joe!
It's all right for you. You only see her on holidays and Sundays. I have to sit with her every day.
We have each other. Without us, your Aunt March has no one.
She'll only complain that the meat's tough and the potatoes are soft. And why she doesn't bring her own supper with her, I don't know. She's rich enough to eat anything she likes.
I feel sorry for Aunt Josephine.
She cannot enjoy her blessings because she does not share them.
How kind of her to give us the privilege of sharing ours.
You're right, Joe.
I didn't mean to be.
Where's that niece of mine? Well, don't point the way. Do your duty. Go in and announce me.
Here comes a breath of holiday cheer.
Miss Josephine March, ma'am.
Aunt Josephine, welcome.
Margaret, this room is cold.
It has grown chilly. More logs for the fire, please, Hannah.
Yes, ma'am.
Won't you sit down, Aunt March?
Merry Christmas, Auntie.
Well, one of your daughters has learned some manners. Looks like a pretty glum Christmas around here for the girls. I told that nephew of mine he had no business going off with those soldiers and leaving his family here with no money.
But Aunt Josephine, we're proud of Father.
We wouldn't have it any other way.
I think it was bully of Father to go, and if I were a boy, I would have gone with him.
Josephine March, I am ashamed of you. I believe you think up ways to shock me.
What do you think, Auntie? We've been invited to Belle Gardner's New Year's Eve ball.
A ball? Oh, may I go too?
No, Amy, you're too young. It will only put lots of silly ideas into your head.
Margaret, is this true? This is good news.
How so?
Well, the Gardners are society. And your only hope now is that one of these girls would marry well.
I wish I didn't have to go, and I don't mean to marry at all.
Well, you needn't worry.
I'm going to be a famous writer.
The supper's on the table, ma'am.
That housekeeper is not properly trained.
Shall we go into supper, Aunt March? Come, girls, let's begin our Christmas celebration.
Merry Christmas Eve, Marmee.
Merry Christmas Eve, dear.
each of us.
A Bible!
Yes, we each get a Bible of our very own.
I'm glad mine's blue.
Well, it's not Christmas like when we were little, Meg, and our stockings were so full that they fell down. But it is Christmas after all. Oh, and smell the breakfast that Hannah is fixing.
Bacon.
And coffee.
I'm so hungry. I wish we could eat it now.
Good morning, girls, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Hannah.
Did you see the gifts that Marmee gave us, Hannah?
Where is Marmee?
Oh, goodness only knows. Some poor critter came a-begging and your ma went straight off to see what was needed. There never was a woman for giving away victuals and drink and clothes and firing. 'Cause she'll be back soon enough. Go ahead and fry your cakes and make sure everything is ready. Now, girls, Marmee wanted us to read and love and mind these Bibles. We used to read the Bible every day before Father left, and this war trouble unsettled us. But I shall read mine every morning as soon as I wake, and I know it will help me through the day.
How good Meg is. Amy, let's do as they do. I'll help you with the hard words.
The Son of Man came not to be ministered unto, but to minister, and to give his life a ransom for many.
Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. For God so loved the world, that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life.
Merry Christmas, girls!
Oh, Merry Christmas, Marmee!
Thank you for our Bibles.
We read some and mean to every day.
I'm glad you began at once, and I hope you will continue.
The breakfast is all ready, Marmee, and doesn't it smell superfluous?
It smells wonderful, but I want to say a word before we sit down. Not far from here lies a poor woman with a little newborn baby. 6 children are huddled into one bed to keep from freezing because they have no fire. There's no food over there. And the oldest girl came to tell me they're suffering from hunger and cold. My girls, will you give them your breakfast as a Christmas present?
I'm so glad you came.
Hannah,
we began.
Hannah, help us carry our breakfast to our neighbors.
Bring the things to the poor little children.
I thought you'd do it. You shall all go with me. And when we come back, we will have bread and milk for breakfast and make it up at dinner time. Come, girls.
Here we come a-wassailing among the leaves so green. Here we come a-wandering so fair to be seen. Love and joy come to you, and to you our tidings true. And God bless you and send you a happy new year. And God send you a happy new year. Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence.
Merry Christmas to you. Come along.
Joe, it isn't polite to speak first.
How else shall we ever become friends with that boy?
But Joe, we haven't been introduced.
Hello? Mrs. Hummel? Mrs. Hummel, I've come back and I've brought my girls with me.
Mama, she's come. Oh, thank God. His good angels have come to us.
Funny angels with hoods and mittens.
Now, Mrs. Hummel, you mustn't worry about a thing. You need a good breakfast too, and we'll watch the children.
Those is good. What did they call us?
Angel children. I suppose this year we are to play angels.
I think it's nice being called angels.
Beth, you needn't be afraid. Come here. Would you like to hold the baby? There we are. Merry Christmas, Mrs. Hummel.
Angels. Angels. Merry Christmas.
I'm proud of you, my girls. I know your father would be proud too.
What a happy breakfast, though we didn't get any.
In all of Concord, there can't be 4 merrier people than my little girls who gave away their breakfast.
That's loving our neighbor better than ourselves, and I like it.
doing? We need to be ready for the ball in less than an hour, and I need you to curl my hair.
Just a minute, Meg. I'm ready, and I've almost finished the last chapter.
Here are your scissors, Meg.
You'll crumple your dress and get ink on your hands.
It's only an everyday dress made over, Meg.
I wish I had a silk. Mother says I may when I'm 18, but 2 years is an everlasting time to wait.
These dresses look like silk.
Meg's is as good as new, but mine is patched in the back where I burned it.
Oh, Joe! I told you not to stand so close to the fire. When we get to the party, you must keep your back hidden. Thank you, Amy. These slippers are lovely.
There, the witch's curse is done.
I don't see how you can write such splendid things, Joe. You're a regular Shakespeare.
Not quite. I would like to perform Macbeth. I always wanted to do the killing part. Is that a dagger that I see before me?
Oh, Joe, your gloves! You've got ink all over them.
Oh dear, I haven't any others. I shall have to go without.
You must have gloves or I won't go. Gloves are more important than anything else, and you can't dance without them.
Then I'll stand still. I can hold them crumpled up in my hand. That's all I can do. No, I'll tell you how we can manage. Each wear a good one and carry a bad one, don't you see?
Your hands are smaller than mine, and you'll stretch them.
Then I'll go without. I don't care what anyone says.
You may have it, you may. Just don't stain it, and do behave nicely. And don't say Christopher Columbus, will you?
Don't worry about me. I'll be as prim as I can.
Now, Joe, the iron's in the fire. Please curl the front of my hair.
Christopher Columbus, Meg!
Joe, please.
It's not fair. I don't see why I'm not allowed to go to the ball.
Amy, you're too young.
The gardener's children will be there. This is all you're doing, Joe. If you say you take me, Mommy would let me go.
She would not. You're too silly for balls. You get such ridiculous ideas into your head.
You're just hateful. Ought they to smoke like that?
It's the dampness drying.
Oh, what a queer smell. It's like burned feathers.
Now you shall see a cloud of little ringlets. Ah! Joe, what have you done? My hair, I'm ruined. I can't go now. Oh, you shouldn't have asked me to do it. I always spoil everything. I'm sorry, but the tongs were too hot. I've made a mess.
It isn't spoiled, just frizzle it.
Tap the end so it will look like the last fashion.
Serves me right for trying to be fine.
It will soon grow out again. You look lovely.
Thank you, Amy.
Now may I go too?
No.
Well, girls, are you ready to go? Hannah will walk you over.
19 hairpins are poking straight into my head. But dear me, let us be elegant or die.
You look beautiful. Now be ready to come away at 11 when I send Hannah for you, but have a nice time. Oh, have you got nice pocket handkerchiefs?
Yes, spandy nice. Marmee would ask us that if we were all running away from an earthquake.
Thank you, Marmee.
I think you're mean, Joe.
Happy New Year to you, Amy.
You'll regret this, Joe. You'll pay for being so mean to me.
Amy!
Good night.
Now, behave yourselves the way your mother taught you to, and I'll come to fetch you at 11.
Thank you, Hannah. Now, Joe, don't forget to not show the patch on the back of your dress.
Don't forget. If you see me doing anything wrong, wink, will you?
No, winking isn't ladylike. I'll lift my eyebrows if anything is wrong. Does my hair look very bad?
No, you look beautiful, Meg. You always do.
Now stand up straight and take short steps, and if you're introduced to anyone, do not shake hands, for it is not the thing.
How do you learn all the proper ways? I never can. Isn't that music jolly? I didn't know anyone was here.
Stay if you like.
Shan't I disturb you?
Not a bit. I hid here because I don't know many people. I felt strange, you know?
So did I. Oh, don't go, please. Unless you'd rather. I think I've seen you before. You live near us, don't you?
Next door. It's a pleasure to finally meet you, Miss March.
And you, Mr. Lawrence. But I'm not Miss March, I'm only Joe.
I'm not Mr. Lawrence, I'm only Laurie.
Laurie Lawrence. What an odd name.
Well, my first name is Theodore, but the fellas called me Dora, so I made them say Laurie instead.
I hate my name too. I wish everyone would say Joe instead of Josephine. How did you make the boys stop calling you Dora?
I thrashed them.
I can't thrash Aunt March, so I must bear it.
Don't you like to dance, Miss Jo?
If there is plenty of room. In a place like this, I'm sure to upset something or do something dreadful. Don't you dance?
I've been abroad a good many years. I don't know how you do things here.
Abroad? Oh, tell me about it. Did you go to Paris?
We spent last winter there.
Can you talk French?
We could speak nothing else in Vevey.
I see you pegging away at your books. No, I mean, studying hard. Will you be going to college?
Not for a few years.
How I wish I was going to college. You don't look as if you liked it.
I hate it.
What do you like?
To live in Italy and enjoy myself in my own way.
That's a splendid polka. Why don't you go and try it?
I will if you will.
I can't. I told Meg I wouldn't because
Because what?
you won't tell.
Never.
Well, I have a trick of standing before the fire, and so I burn my frocks. I scorched this one. I promised Meg I wouldn't show the patch.
Well, you needn't. We can dance here. No one will see.
Oh, please don't let me interrupt you.
Meg, what's wrong?
I'm fine.
Meg, this is Laurie. He lives next door. This is my sister Meg.
Miss March, can I get you anything?
Perhaps a cup of coffee. Oh, Joe, I sprained my ankle. Stupid high heel gave me a sad wrench and it aches so. I can hardly stand, and I don't know how I'm going to get home.
Oh, I knew you'd hurt your feet with these silly shoes. I'm sorry, but I don't see what you can do except get a carriage or stay here all night.
Oh, but a carriage will cost ever so much. I'll go. No, indeed. It's past 9 and as dark as Egypt.
I'll ask Laurie.
Mercy, no, don't ask her. Tell anyone.
Oh, my dress! What a blunderbuss I am!
Joe, your glove.
Miss March, you're not well.
I'm fine, really. I just turned my ankle a little, that's all.
Grandfather's carriage has just come for me. Do allow me to offer you a ride?
Well, it's early. You can't mean to go yet.
I always leave early. Truly I do. Please let me offer you a ride.
Thank you, Mr. Lawrence. You may assist me to your carriage.
Still sulking, Amy?
Oh, Meg, whatever put it into your head to wear these impossible slippers?
They're prettier than my old ones. Will you ever forgive my foolish vanity, Marmee?
There's nothing to forgive. It will soon heal. Did you have a nice time?
I had a capital time. Did you, Meg?
Well, I turned my ankle, spoiled my glove, and lost the other, but yes, I had a nice time.
I saw you dancing 3 dances with the same man. Was he nice?
Oh, very. He's very polite. He's John Brooke, the Lawrence boys' tutor.
Sounds terrifying to be around so many strangers.
Well, I feel like a fine lady, coming home from a party in a carriage and sitting in my dressing gown with a maid to wait on me.
I don't believe fine ladies enjoy themselves a bit more than we do. In spite of burned gowns, 1 glove apiece, burnt hair, and 1 tight slipper that sprains our ankles when we are silly enough to wear them. Has anyone seen my book? I left it here.
No, Joe.
Look again, Joe. It must be there.
I had just finished it before we left, and I put it here on the table. Amy, where is it? Amy, you've got it.
No, I haven't.
Marmee, make her tell.
I don't have it.
You know where it is then.
No, I don't.
That's a lie.
It isn't. I haven't got it. Don't know where it is now and don't care.
Amy, if you know something about Joe's book.
You do know something about it. You better tell at once or I'll make you.
Scold as much as you like. You'll never see your silly old book again.
Why not? No. No, 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 my book, no, no!
I told you I make you pay for
Joe!
being so cross yesterday, and I have. So,
Joe, no, let it go.
Ah! You wicked, wicked
Joe!
girl! I'll never forgive you as long as I live!
Joe!
My book!
Joe.
How could she? I wanted to show it to Father when he got home, and now it's gone forever.
I'm sorry, Joe.
I shall never be able to write it again.
I'm sorry, Joe. Please forgive me.
I can never forgive you.
Don't let the sun go down on your anger. Forgive each other. Begin again tomorrow.
She doesn't deserve to be forgiven.
Miss March, are you going skating on the pond?
You'd better call me Joe, or I shall call you Dora.
All right, Joe, how's your sister's ankle?
Much better. Though she's limping about and in such a bad temper, it's impossible to be around her. Everyone is in a bad temper. After Christmas, it's so hard to get back to work.
Do you work?
I'm a paid companion to my Aunt March.
Josephine?
Yes, and Josephine is all I hear all day. She's meaner than ever after the holidays. She didn't get her nap today, and I didn't get a moment to read. And now everyone at home is cross, and I had to come outside.
Well, skating is just the thing. Come on, I know a secret that will cheer you up. Has your sister Meg lost a glove?
She has.
My tutor, Mr. Brooke, has it. She dropped it at the ball, and he keeps it in his pocket.
You're wrong. That doesn't cheer me up. I hate sentimental nonsense. Unless it's in books. Let's just skate.
We'll have to keep towards the shore. The ice is thin in the middle.
Joe! Joe, wait! I want to skate too! You said I could come this time?
That's just my little sister, Amy. Come on, ignore her.
I don't mind if she joins us.
I do. I'm not going to babysit her. She can take care of herself. I'll race you.
Joe! Joe, wait!
Are you sure she's safe?
Quite safe, dear.
Marmee, it was horrible. Lori warned me that the ice was thin in the middle. I wasn't speaking to Amy at the time, so I didn't tell her. And then I heard a crack and she was gone.
She's not hurt. She won't catch cold. You were right to cover her and get her home quickly.
Lori did it all. Lori got a tree branch and pulled her out. I was in such a panic.
Lori's a brave boy.
If she died, it would have been my fault. It's my dreadful temper. What shall I do?
Watch and pray, Joe. Never think that it is impossible. Never give up trying.
I'll do something dreadful someday and spoil my life and make everybody hate me. Oh, Marmee, help me. Do help me.
I will, Joe, I will. But Joe, you have an even better friend to comfort and sustain you. God's love will never tire or change, and it never runs out. Take your little cares and hopes, sins and sorrows to God, just as freely as you bring them to your mother.
If it hadn't been for Lori, it might have been too late. Marmee, you should have seen him. He never stopped to think, but pulled Amy out of the ice so quickly. I can't think what would have happened if he hadn't been there.
And he has such handsome dark eyes and pretty manners.
What nonsense. Don't be silly and sentimental and spoil my fun. Lori's a nice boy, and I like him. And we'll all be good to him because he hasn't got any mother. And he may come over and see us, mayn't he, Marmee?
Yes, Joe. Your little friend may come over as often as he likes. And I hope Amy will remember that children should remain children as long as may be.
What do you think, Beth?
I was thinking about our Pilgrim's Progress. How we got up out of the slough, went through the wicket gate, and up the steep hill, and now Joe has had to fight a Polly
And nearly lost.
But you didn't, Joe. Perhaps the Lawrence house, full of flowers and beautiful things, shall be our house beautiful.
Oh, we shall have to get past the lions first.
I think she means mean old Mr. Lawrence. Bereavement. It is our painful duty to record the sudden and mysterious disappearance of our cherished friend, Mrs. Snowball Patpaw. This lovely and beloved cat was the pet of a large circle of warm and admiring friends. Her loss is deeply felt by the whole community.
Advertisement. A weekly meeting will be held at Kitchen Plates to teach young ladies how to cook. Hannah Brown will preside and all are invited to attend.
Mr. President and gentlemen, I propose the admission of a new member. One who deserves the honor, would be grateful for it, would add to the spirit of our club and be no end jolly and nice. I propose the admission of Mr. Theodore Lawrence as an honorary member of the Pickwick Society. Come now, do have him.
We'll put it to a vote. All in favor of admitting Lori to our club, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And the contrary, say no.
No, boys, he'll only joke. This is a ladies' club. We wish to be evasive and proper.
I agree. I'm afraid he'll laugh at our paper and make fun of us afterward.
I give you my word as a gentleman, Lori won't do anything of the sort. He likes to write, and he'll keep us from being sentimental, don't you see? He does so much for us, I think the least we can do is make him welcome.
We ought to do it. Even if we are afraid, I say he may come. And his grandfather, too, if he likes. They've been so kind about the carriage in saving Amy's life. Well, that's so.
Now then, vote again, and everybody remember, it's our Lori, and say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Good, bless you. Now, allow me to present the new member!
You rogue! You traitor! Joe, how could you? Then he's already heard everything.
The coolness of you two rascals is amazing.
Mr. President and ladies, I beg pardon, gentlemen, allow me to introduce myself as Sam Weller, the very humble servant of the club.
Good, good.
I will henceforth devote myself to the interest of the Pickwick Society.
Hear, hear.
Go on.
Go on.
As a token of my gratitude, I have placed between our two houses a post office. Letters, manuscripts, books, and bundles can be passed in there. It will be uncommonly nice.
3 cheers for Mr. Weller. Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hooray!
I've had a telegram.
What is it, Marmee?
I haven't opened it yet. I couldn't do it alone. I didn't have the strength.
Oh. Hannah!
What can I do?
A glass of water, Lori, please. Smelling salts for Marmee, please, Hannah.
No, just give me a minute.
Mrs. March, your husband is very ill. Come at once. Harewood Hospital, Washington.
Of course I shall go at once, but it may be too late. Children, help me to bed.
I won't waste no time crying, but get your things together Mother right away.
She's right. Girls, there's no time for tears now. Be calm and let me think. Where's Lori?
Here, ma'am. Oh, let me do something.
Send a telegram saying I will come at once. The next train leaves early tomorrow morning. I'll take that.
What else? I can go anywhere, do anything.
You must go to Aunt March and borrow what money she can spare me for the journey.
Of course, it will be expensive to travel to Washington.
I'm not too proud to beg for Father. He shall have the best of everything. Go quickly! Amy, go and tell Hannah. She'll go down to the attic, bring down my trunk. Beth, Meg, come and help me find my things. I'm half bewildered.
I have your mother's train tickets. How can I be of service now?
Take them to her in the kitchen and see if she needs help with her trunk carried down. Mr. Brooke.
I'm very sorry to hear of this, Miss March. I came to offer myself as an escort to your mother. Mr. Lawrence has commissions for me in Washington, and it will give me real satisfaction to be of service to her there.
How kind you are. I'm sure Mother will accept, and it's such a relief to know that there's someone to help her there. Thank you very, very much. Thank you.
There, that's done. Oh, it's getting dark. Where is Joe? Mr. Brooke?
What do you think, Marmee? Mr. Brooke has business in Washington, and he has offered himself as escort to help you there.
Oh, bless you. What a relief that will be.
Where shall we put it, Madam Mother?
Put it near the front door where it can be carried out easily in the morning.
Hannah says the supper will be ready shortly.
Yes. We shall need to get to bed early, for we'll have an early start in the morning. Mr. Brooke, Lori, you're welcome to join us for dinner.
Thank you, ma'am.
Where is Joe?
Shall I go and look for her? You never know what type of freak Joe may take into her head.
That's my contribution toward making Father comfortable and bringing him home.
$25? Can Aunt March spare so much?
Couldn't ask her. I told her that Father was ill, and she said she'd always told you that it was absurd for Father to go into the army. Always predicted that no good would come from it. And she told me that she hoped you would take her advice the next time.
No, Joe, how could she?
But Joe, where did this $25 come from? I hope you haven't done anything rash.
No, it's mine. Honestly, I didn't beg, borrow, or steal it. I earned it. And I know you won't blame me, for I only sold what was my own. Oh, Joe, you sold your hair! Oh, you're beautiful!
Oh, Joe, your
Oh, my dear girl, there was no need of this. I'm afraid you regret it soon.
No, I won't.
She doesn't look like my Joe anymore. I love her dearly for it.
It doesn't affect the fate of the nation, so don't cry, Beth. It will be good for my vanity. So please take the money and let's have supper.
Bless you, Joe. Bless you.
The supper's on the table, Mrs. March.
Come, girls. We must eat and get to bed, for we'll have an early start in the morning and she'll need all the sleep we can get.
What is it, Joe? Are you crying about Father?
No, not now.
What then?
My hair!
Anxiety is so interesting. It is interesting.
I feel as if there had been an earthquake and we haven't yet recovered.
I feel as though half the house is gone. With Mother gone a week, if we don't get news about Father soon, I'll go mad.
Oh, Beth, you're as good as Marmee. I've only been worrying about myself. It's hard not to feel sorry for myself. Aunt March is worse than ever now. She only worries me about Father and criticizes my hair.
Poor Joe. I'm beginning to like it.
Who knows? One day this may be the fashion.
How are the King children today?
Talk of anything but the King children. Being a governess to them is the worst work a girl can do.
Oh goodness, what miserable weather out there. Are you all dried out? Well, remember what your ma said, and don't fret. Have a cup of coffee all around, then let's settle to work and be a credit to the family.
Hope and keep busy. That's the motto for us, though it gets harder and harder.
Meg, I'd wish you'd go and see the Hummels. You know Mother told us not to forget them.
I'm too tired to go today.
Can't you, Joe?
Too stormy for me. I have a cold.
Why don't you go yourself? You don't work every day like Joe and I do.
I go every day, but the baby is sick, and I don't know what to do for it. Mrs. Hubbell's got to work and the baby gets sicker and sicker. I think your Hannah ought to go.
I'll go tomorrow.
Ask Hannah for some nice hot soup. And take it round, Beth. The air will do you good. I'd go, but I want to finish my writing.
My head aches and I'm tired, so I thought maybe some of you would do it.
Miss Meg, this just come in the post.
It's from Mr. Brooke. Though your father is dangerously ill, the presence of such caring nurses has done him well. He gets better every day. Mother has not left his side, but I'm sure she will write soon. Thank God.
It sounds as though Mother won't be back for some time.
What do you say, Joe? Hope and keep busy? Amy, you'd best get to your studies and I'll go help Hannah with the school.
I'm going upstairs to write. I'll help with housework later. What's the matter?
You've had the scarlet fever, haven't you?
Years ago when Meg did. Why?
Oh, Joe, the baby's dead.
What baby?
The Hummels. It died of a scarlet fever.
Oh, my poor dear. How dreadful for you. I ought to have gone.
It wasn't dreadful, Joe. Only so sad.
Don't cry. What did you do?
Mrs. Hummel brought the doctor. But it was too late. I cried with them until the doctor told me to go home straight away and take belladonna, or I'd have the fever too.
No, you won't. Beth, if you get sick, I'll never forgive myself.
Oh, don't be frightened. I shan't have it badly. I took some belladonna and I do feel better.
If only Marmee were here. You've been over the baby every day for more than a week. Come on, let's get you upstairs to rest. Oh, Hannah! Hannah, come quick!
What's wrong with the poor child?
The Hummels have scarlet fever. The baby died this morning.
Oh, Lord help us!
Amy, stay back! You never had a scarlet fever.
You and Meg have it over again.
I don't care if I do. Serves me right, you selfish pig, to let you go and stay here writing rubbish myself.
Send Lori to get Dr. Bangs. We must send Amy off to your Aunt March's. One of you two can stay here and amuse Beth for a day or two.
I will, I'm the oldest.
It's my fault she's sick. I told Marmee I'd do the errands and I haven't.
Which will you have, Beth? There ain't no need of but one.
Joe, please. I won't go to Aunt Martin's. I don't care if I get sick. You can't make me go.
Be sensible, Amy. You must go.
I won't. I won't.
Hello, what's going on here?
Oh, Lori, Beth has scarlet fever and will probably die if they want to send me off to Aunt Martin.
What?
Beth is ill. She's been at the Hummels and they have scarlet fever there.
I don't wish to be sent off as if I were in the way.
It's for your own good, Amy. You don't want to be sick, do you?
Don't cry. You go to Aunt March's and I'll come in and see you every day. And we'll have capital times. Won't that be better than moping here?
But it's dull at Aunt Martin's and she's so cross.
It won't be dull with me popping in every day to tell you how Beth is and take you out gallivanting.
Will you take me riding on the pony?
On my honor as a gentleman.
And come every single day?
See if I don't.
And bring me back the minute Beth as well?
The identical minute.
Well, I guess I will.
Good girl. Joe, how's Beth?
She's lying down and feels better. Maybe she only has a cold. Hannah says so, but Hannah's worried, and that worries me.
What a trying world we're in. We get out of one trouble and down comes another. With Marmee gone, there's nothing to hold on to and I'm lost at sea.
Well, don't make a porcupine of yourself, Joe. Shall I telegraph your mother or do anything?
I think we should tell Marmee if Beth is really ill, but Hannah says we mustn't, for Marmee can't leave Father and it will only make them anxious.
Joe, go get Dr. Banks at once. We can't do anything until he has come.
Stay where you are, Joe. I'm the errand boy of this establishment.
I have great hopes for that boy.
He does well for a boy. Come, Amy, let's get you packed.
Meg, I can't stand it. I know, Joe. If only Marmee were here. Such a frozen December storm outside. The whole world is dying. Joe, don't say such things. I'm sorry. I'm just so melancholy.
I never knew how rich I was. In love and peace and health.
I never realized how sweet our Beth is. She's so selfless and that's better than anything. And now we might lose her.
Hannah was right. We mustn't worry Marmee or Father.
Joe!
Come in, Lori.
Joe, I brought someone to see you.
Hello, sir. Joe, this is our neighbor, Mr. Lawrence.
That is a title I'm afraid I have not earned. But my grandson tells me that your little sister is sick. I have brought medicine. May I see the child?
Yes, sir. I'll take you to her room immediately.
What is it, Joe? Is Beth worse?
I'm going to send for Marmee.
Joe, it's not as bad as that.
Beth doesn't know us. She doesn't look like my Beth. And there's no one around to help us bear it. Mother and Father are both gone, and God seems so far away I can't find him.
I'm here.
Thank you, Teddy. I better know.
Keep hoping for the best. Everything will be all right.
No one will miss her as I shall. I can't give her up. I can't.
I don't think Beth will die. She's so good and we all love her so much. I don't think God will take her yet.
The good and dear ones always do die.
I hope you don't mind. I telegraphed to your mother yesterday. Brooke answered she'd come at once. She will be here tonight.
Mr. Lawrence, thank you. Thank you.
I had a little girl once with bright eyes like your Beth. It was a long time ago. Bless you all. Bless you all.
Oh, Joe, Marmee's coming. If only she were here now.
She'll be here tonight. Oh, Joe, I think she's worse. The fever is raging, but she's shivering with cold, and her eyes are open, but she can't see me. Oh, Joe.
God, please, help us now.
God spares Beth. I will never complain again.
God spares Beth. I'll try to love and serve him all my life.
I wish I had no heart, for it aches so.
Is life always this hard? I don't see how ever we shall get through it. Girls. Marmee! Oh, Marmee! I'm so glad you've come.
How is Beth? She's worse. Her fever is burning up. She's been unconscious for hours.
I'm sorry we didn't call you sooner, Marmee. We didn't want to worry you and Father.
It was a difficult decision. I'm sorry you had to make it. I'm here now. Beth? Beth?
Take these covers off her. Meg, bring me some cool water and a washcloth. The fever's at a crisis. We'll know by morning if it will break.
What can I do, Marmee?
Pray, Joe. There's only one who can heal her. Or take her to be with him.
Dear God, please heal Beth. She's the best of us all. And no book or victory or wealth or fame will ever outshine her love and sacrifice. It isn't fair that she should die, Lord. She loved her neighbor while the rest of us... I won't promise not to be selfish again, for I know I shall. But Father in heaven, please forgive me. Hear my prayer. Heal my dear Beth. Marmee, Meg, Beth. Oh Lord, they're afraid to tell me. Oh, my dear Beth. Goodbye. Beth.
Joe, why are you crying?
Christopher Columbus! Beth, you goose! Marmee, they're awake. They both are. You're all right.
Her fever broke in the night. She's been sleeping normally.
Thank you, God.
Was this the valley of the shadow of death, Joe?
I suppose it was. But you made it through, my little pilgrim.
I wasn't sure I would, Joe.
Neither was I. But thank God you're through.
Marmee, you're home.
She came for you.
Oh, my little faithful. Oh, my dears. God has been very good to us.
Deaf before I am now.
Oh, my darling girl. Oh, I've missed you.
Oh, Marmee, I couldn't be consolidated without you.
Merry Christmas, Amy.
Oh, Meg, Merry Christmas.
Aunt March, won't you sit down? Thank you for taking care of our Amy.
Well, we did learn to tolerate one another.
Oh, Aunt March, thank you. But I am glad to be home.
And how is Beth?
Much better, thank you. She's well enough to come downstairs if we don't give her too much excitement.
Joe, Meg.
Madam Mother, Merry Christmas.
Lori, Merry Christmas. Mr. Lawrence.
Hope you don't mind the intrusion.
Not at all. You're very welcome.
Here she comes, midway for the guest of honor. Come now, we mustn't stare at Beth. You know how she hates it. We wouldn't want to frighten our poor dear.
No, Joe, it's all right. I'm so thankful you're all here. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Something for you, Beth.
New music.
My little girl loved music more than anything. She got sick, and I locked up the piano. And I haven't been able to enjoy music since. I would be so glad if you would come when you're able and play music at my house.
Mr. Lawrence, thank you.
You may come every day if you like.
I'm so full of happiness that if Father were only here, I couldn't hold one drop more. So am I.
So good to be home.
How could we not be happy with Bethwell and Marmee and Amy home?
Deck the halls with
Boughs of holly, la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be
Here's
jolly.
another Christmas present for the March family.
Merry Christmas.
I beg your pardon, Miss March. That was quite my mistake.
Please don't mention it.
Yes, but I really...
I said don't mention it.
My Beth.
Beth, you mustn't. Careful, dear. Merry Christmas, Father.
You've both been ill. Here, sit down. Why didn't you send a telegram? Why this?
I wanted to surprise you. My doctor said I had such good care that I was ready to come home to my best nurse. And Mr. Brooke brought me home just in time for a Christmas surprise.
Thank you, Mr. Brick. Just a year ago, we were groaning over our dismal Christmas. Do you remember?
But it was a good year on the whole. It was a hard one.
I'm glad it's over now, because we've got you back.
Rather a rough road for you to travel, my little pilgrims.
How did you know we were playing at being pilgrims? Did Marmee tell you?
Straws show which way the wind blows.
I read in Pilgrim's Progress today how, after many troubles, Christian and Hopeful came to a pleasant green meadow where the lilies bloomed all year round. And there they rested happily before they went on to their journey end. And so shall we.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you please to come in, the supper's on the table and it's getting cold.
that housekeeper is not
May I please?
Joe,
Yes, Father.
Merry Christmas, Joe.
I like this new style. It's quite becoming. Have you taken care of my little women, Joe? Joe, what's wrong?
I wanted you to be proud, Father.
Well, I am proud.
No, I wanted to do something great. Tell a story.
You sold your hair. And I think that was a braver and harder thing to do. You took care of Beth. You gave away your breakfast. I'm proud of a strong, caring, tender-hearted woman that you're becoming. Whose great deeds are little sacrifices that the world may never see. Merry Christmas, little woman.
Merry Christmas, Father.